Chapter 11. Then all Israel gathered themselves to David to Hebron, saying, Behold, we are your bone and your flesh. In times past, even when Saul was king, it was you who led out and brought in Israel. Yahweh your God said to you, You shall be shepherd of my people Israel, and you shall be prince over my people Israel. So all the elders of Israel came to the king to Hebron, and David made a covenant with them in Hebron before Yahweh. He anointed David king over Israel, according to Yahweh's word by Samuel. David and all Israel went to Jerusalem, and the Jebusites, the inhabitants of the land, were there. The inhabitants of Jebus said to David, You will not come in here. Nevertheless David took the stronghold of Zion, the same as David's city. David had said, Whoever strikes the Jebusites first shall be chief and captain. Joab the son of Zeruiah went up first, and was made chief. David lived in the stronghold, therefore they called it David's city. He built the city all around, from Millo even around, and Joab prepared the rest of the city. David grew greater and greater, for Yahweh of armies was with him. Now these are the chief of the mighty men whom David had, who showed themselves strong with him in his kingdom, together with all Israel, to make him king, according to Yahweh's word concerning Israel. This is the number of the mighty men whom David had: Jashobam, the son of a Hachmonite, the chief of the 30. He lifted up his spear against 300 and killed them at one time. After him was Eleazar the son of Dodo, the Ahohite, who was one of the 3 mighty men. He was with David at Pasdammim, and there the Philistines were gathered together to battle, where there was a plot of ground full of barley. And the people fled from before the Philistines. They stood in the middle of the plot, defended it, and killed the Philistines, and Yahweh saved them by a great victory. 3 of the 30 chief men went down to the rock to David, into the cave of Adullam, and the army of the Philistines were encamped in the valley of Rephaim. David was then in the stronghold, and the garrison of the Philistines was in Bethlehem at that time. David longed and said, Oh, that someone would give me water to drink from the well of Bethlehem, which is by the gate. The 3 broke through the army of the Philistines, and drew water out of the well of Bethlehem that was by the gate, took it, and brought it to David. But David would not drink any of it, but poured it out to Yahweh, and said, My God forbid me that I should do this. Shall I drink the blood of these men who have put their lives in jeopardy? For they risked their lives to bring it. Therefore he would not drink it. The 3 mighty men did these things. Abishai, the brother of Joab, was chief of the 3, for he lifted up his spear against 300 and killed them, and had a name among the 3. Of the 3, he was more honorable than the 2, and was made their captain. However, he wasn't included in the 3. Benaiah the son of Jehoiada, the son of a valiant man of Kabzeel, who had done mighty deeds, killed the 2 sons of Ariel of Moab. He also went down and killed a lion in the middle of a pit on a snowy day. He killed an Egyptian, a man of great stature, 5 cubits high. In the Egyptian's hand was a spear like a weaver's beam, and he went down to him with a staff, plucked the spear out of the Egyptian's hand, and killed him with his own spear. Benaiah the son of Jehoiada did these things, and had a name among the 3 mighty men. Behold, he was more honorable than the 30, but he didn't attain to the 3, and David set him over his guard. The mighty men of the armies also include Asahel the brother of Joab, and Hanan the son of Dodo of Bethlehem, Shemath the Harorite, Helas the Pelonite, Hira the son of Ikish the Tekoite, Abiezer the Anathothite, Sibbecai the Hushathite, Eli the Ahohite, Naharai the Netophathite, Held the son of Bana the Netophathite, Yedai the son of Ribai of Jaiba of the children of Benjamin, Benaiah the Perthonite, Uriah of the brooks of Gash, Abil the Arbathite, Azmaveth the Baharumite, Eliab the Sholbanite, the sons of Hashem the Gizonite, Jonathan the son of Shaji the Harorite, Ahim the son of Sakar the Harorite, Eliphul the son of Ur, Hefer the Mecherathite, Ahijah the Pelonite, Hezro the Carmelite, Naarai the son of Ezbai, Joel the brother of Nathan, Nipar the son of Hagri, Selek the Ammonite, Neharai the Barathite, Hira the Ithrite, Geb the Ithrite, Uriah the Hittite, Sabbath the son of Olai, Hadinah the son of Shiza the Reubenite, and 30 with him, Hanan the son of Makkah, Joshaphat the Mithnite, Uzziah the Ashterathite, Shama and Jael the sons of Hatan the Arorite, Jediel the son of Shimri, and Joah his brother, the Tizite, Eliel the Mahavite, and Jerubai, and Jeshabiah, the sons of Elnam, and Ithma the Moabite, Eliel, Obed, and Jasiel the Mezabite. 1 Chronicles, chapter 12. Now these are those who came to David to Ziklag while he was a fugitive from Saul the son of Kish. They were among the mighty men, his helpers in war. They were armed with bows, and could use both the right hand and the left in slinging stones and in shooting arrows from the bow. They were of Saul's relatives of the tribe of Benjamin. The chief was Ahiezer, then Josh, the sons of Shema the Jabbathite, Jeziel and Pelet, the sons of Azmaveth, Barakah, Jehu the Anathothite, Ishmael the Jibonite, a mighty man among the 30 and a leader of the 30, Jeremiah, Jahaziel, Johanan, Jozabad the Jedorathite, Eluzai, Jeremoth, Beliah, Shemariah, Shephatia the Haraphite, Elkanah, Ishai, Azarel, Jozer, and Jashubam, the Korhites, and Joel and Zebediah, the sons of Jeroham of Jedor. Some Gadites joined David in the stronghold in the wilderness, mighty men of valor, men trained for war, who could handle shield and spear, whose faces were like the faces of lions, and they were as swift as the gazelles on the mountains. Ezra the chief, Obadiah the second, Eliab the third, Mishman the fourth, Jeremiah the fifth, Attai the sixth, Eliel the seventh, Johanan the eighth, Elzabad the ninth, Jeremiah the 10th, and Machbenai the 11th. These of the sons of Gad were captains of the army. He who was least was equal to 100, and the greatest to 1,000. These are those who went over the Jordan in the first month, when it had overflowed all its banks, and they put to flight all who lived in the valleys, both toward the east and toward the west. Some of the children of Benjamin and Judah came to the stronghold to David. David went out to meet them, and answered them, If you have come peaceably to me to help me, my heart will be united with you. But if you have come to betray me to my adversaries, since there is no wrong in my hands, may the God of our fathers see this and rebuke it. And the Spirit came on Amasai, who was chief of the 30, and he said, We are yours, David, and on your side, you son of Jesse. Peace, peace be to you, and peace be to your helpers, for your God helps you. Then David received them and made them captains of the band. Some of Manasseh also joined David when he came with the Philistines against Saul to battle. But they didn't help them, for the lords of the Philistines sent him away after consultation, saying, He will desert to his master Saul to the jeopardy of our heads. As he went to Ziklag, some from Manasseh joined him, Adnah, Jozabad, Jediel, Michael, Jozabad, Elihu, and Zilithai, captains of thousands who were of Manasseh. They helped David against the band of raiders, for they were all mighty men of valor and were captains in the army. For from day to day men came to David to help him, until there was a great army, like God's army. These are the numbers of the heads of those who were armed for war, who came to David to Hebron to turn the kingdom of Saul to him, according to Yahweh's word. The children of Judah who bore shield and spear were 6,800, armed for war. Of the children of Simon, mighty men of valor for the war, 7,100. Of the children of Levi, 4,600. Jehoiada was the leader of the household of Aaron, and with him were 3,700. And Zadok, a young man mighty of valor, and of his father's house 22 captains. Of the children of Benjamin, Saul's relatives, 3,000, for until then the greatest part of them had kept their allegiance to Saul's house. Of the children of Ephraim, 20,800, mighty men of valor, famous men in their fathers' houses. Of the half-tribe of Manasseh, 18,000, who were mentioned by name, to come and make David king. Of the children of Issachar, men who had understanding of the times, to know what Israel ought to do, their heads were 200, and all their brothers were at their command. Of Zebulun, such as were able to go out in the army, who could set the battle in array with all kinds of instruments of war, 50,000 who could command and were not of double heart. Of Naphtali, 1,000 captains, and with them with shield and spear 37,000. Of the Danites who could set the battle in array, 28,600. Of Asher, such as were able to go out in the army, who could set the battle in array, 40,000. On the other side of the Jordan, of the Reubenites, the Gadites, and of the half-tribe of Manasseh, with all kinds of instruments of war for the battle, 120,000. All these were men of war who could order the battle array, and came with a perfect heart to Hebron to make David king over all Israel. And all the rest also of Israel were of one heart to make David king. They were there with David 3 days, eating and drinking, for their brothers had supplied provisions for them. Moreover, those who were near to them, as far as Issachar, Zebulun, and Naphtali, brought bread on donkeys, on camels, on mules, and on oxen, supplies of flour, cakes of figs, clusters of raisins, wine, oil, cattle, and sheep in abundance, for there was joy in Israel. Chapter 13. David consulted with the captains of thousands and of hundreds, even with every leader. David said to all the assembly of Israel, If it seems good to you, and if it is of Yahweh our God, let's send word everywhere to our brothers who are left in all the land of Israel, with whom the priests and Levites are in their cities that have pasture lands, that they may gather themselves to us. Also, let's bring the ark of our God back to us again, for we didn't seek it in the days of Saul. All the assembly said that they would do so, for the thing was right in the eyes of all the people. So David assembled all Israel together, from the Sheer river of Egypt even to the entrance of Hamath, to bring God's ark from Kiriath-Jearim. David went up with all Israel to Bala, that is, to Kiriath-Jearim, which belonged to Judah, to bring up from their God Yahweh's ark that sits above the cherubim. That is called by the name. They carried God's ark on a new cart, and brought it out of Abinadab's house, and Uzzah and Ahio drove the cart. David and all Israel played before God with all their might, even with songs, with harps, with stringed instruments, with tambourines, with cymbals, and with trumpets. When they came to Chidon's threshing floor, Uzzah put out his hand to hold the ark, for the oxen stumbled. Yahweh's anger burned against Uzzah, and he struck him because he put his hand on the ark, and he died there before God. David was displeased because Yahweh had broken out against Uzzah. He called that place Perez Uzzah to this day. David was afraid of God that day, saying, "How can I bring God's ark home to me?" So David didn't move the ark with him into David's city, but carried it aside into Obededom the Gittite's house. God's ark remained with the family of Obededom in his house 3 months, and Yahweh blessed Obededom's house and all that he had.